When the president spoke that there's no plan whatsoever, he's not thinking about sacking or removing the chairman of the commission, your party still insisted that no, there are plans to remove him. So even if they speak now, wouldn't they have the same kind of reaction from your party saying, look, you can say what you will, but this is what we have, this is what we believe, and this is what we're saying. So does it make any difference whether they respond to it or not?
It does. But I will tell you, the same government that told us they don't have any intention to remove Jega is sponsoring people to go on the street to protest. We know, and those people who are protesting on the street are paid to do it. It is the same government.
And how did you come to that conclusion? Because both of you accuse each other of doing the same thing, of sponsoring people to go and do the same thing. So no, who do you believe?
Now, well, believe us, we are interested in this election. We want Jega to complete his assignment. He's not our friend, we don't like him, but let the referee not be changed in the middle of the game. That's what we are asking for. We are asking for fairness, we are asking for decency. We are not particular about anybody, but let decent rules be maintained. And if people are still going on the street to protest, even after the government has given us an assurance, we can see the voice of Jacob, the hand of Esau. We know that the government is still not completely done with the mischief.
So let us assume that everything that you're asking for, leave Jega alone, let the card readers be used. Everything that you're asking for, you know, is left as it is currently, and we go to the polls. If your party loses, will you accept defeat?
If election is free and fair, that's democracy.
What will be your definition of free and fair?
Free and fair means not manipulated in any way. That people are allowed also to exercise their sovereignty, not the Ekiti type where you bring in soldiers to intimidate people, where you do all sorts of underhand things, and you keep the people under repression and ensure that ballot boxes can be swapped at will. We have evidence. So this is what we are saying. Keep security as good as it should be. Let nobody interfere with the will of the people. Let the people exercise their sovereignty. Let the people vote whoever they want, and let it be counted free and fair. And whoever wins will run the government for the rest of us.
So you believe that whoever, if your party loses in free and fair elections, you will accept defeat?
Of course we will, if it is in a free and fair election. You've said it.
Okay, looking at the preparations of INEC, do you think that the way INEC is currently structured and all that it has put on the ground, it is really ready to give you free and fair elections?
Well, you never can tell, but so far we will believe that INEC is much more prepared, better prepared than they were in 2011. We also will believe that all things being equal, they will give us a fair ground for everybody to play. But you never can tell.
What are your fears?
Our fears are still that we can see desperation in government. We can see a government that does not believe that the people have any sovereignty at all, who want to override the people's sovereignty by their own sheer wickedness. We have seen a government who would do anything to perpetuate itself.
The PDP will beg to disagree, because they will tell you that if they were desperate in many instances, in the states where the opposition won, they most likely would not have won.
Well, that is open to debate. We can also say that in the states where they won, Are they winning fair and square? We have the two most recent governorship elections to compare. We had Ekiti elections. We were overrun. They overran us because we were not prepared for such a level of dishonesty and desperation. But we got better prepared in Osun because they say, once beaten, twice shy. We prepared. And we prepared the electorate to say they are coming. You have seen what happened in your neighboring Ekiti state. Get prepared for them. That saved us.
So weren't you prepared in Edo and Ondo?
Prepared in Edo and Ondo, that's a long haul. That is a long haul away. Let's talk about what is most recent.
No, it's a whole part of elections that happened. No, Ondo and Edo, your party won. I mean, Ondo, yes, you lost, but Edo, you won, and there was heavy presence of security in Edo State as well.
Well, I want to say that was in the ACN days, right? I'm going to be speaking for the APC and not the ACN.
Okay.
I'm sure
specifically, sorry, Chamberlain, for me to comment there, because I've been trying to look at some of the comments dropped in by people here, and a whole lot of them are not really satisfied with the questions I posed to you earlier on, because we wouldn't want to work on any, bogus allegation leading up to this particular election. They are concerned and they are worried that if your party is saying, well, there is a move somehow, surreptitiously by the government, to bring in experts to make sure that some of these card readers don't work on election day. They just want to have an idea of how you got your own intelligence report.
I have told you.
Go ahead.
I have told you. We get information skipping in here and there. Some of this information, we don't have to wait until we clearly verify them. Once it makes reasonable sense. The information, I will go back to the information that the election was going to be postponed. When it first came, we all thought this is crazy. But it happened. And if anything comes and you don't raise an alarm on time, then you are giving yourself the wrong end of the stick. So we are not afraid to say that we pick up any information, we're going to raise an alarm about it. For Nigerians to know, and for government to come out and give us an assurance that that will not happen. We are waiting for such an assurance. The responsibility of government is to create confidence in people, in the electorate. The responsibility of government is to make us all feel very good that the election is going to be free and fair. If there is any allegation, if there is any information, what government should do, what a good government should do, is to say, it is not going to happen, we are assuring you it won't happen. Let them do that.
Well, Mr. Oni, I'm reading comments here who many keep arguing politicians are the same across board, they move from one party to the other. For instance, now you're in APC, and while you were in PDP, many even wonder, in 2007, when you won the elections, does that mean that the elections was rigged at the time?
Well, my election was not rigged, and I must say that, and I can say it anytime, any day. My election was not rigged, and those who were there see. So if we say politicians are the same, it's not all politicians that are the same, but politicians are politicians. Yes, I'm a politician, and I'm proud to say that. I moved from PDP, I've told you, because we saw that the party has lost direction. We know that the party was now more preoccupied with power and money, and is not in a position to do things right. We know that the party has prevented the very good people, the cerebral people, and there are quite a lot of them there, from gaining access to where they can even influence things. And they have turned up and promoted the people who are less desirable, who any decent society will keep away from power. They have promoted them. They are giving them the latitude to be the ones that are flexing muscles all over the place in the name of the PDP.